Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is, first of all, how we search for property and how we work now as far as um, doing work as realtors. And I think let me see my share here. Yeah. And so we'll talk a little bit about that, how we do it now, and then how I say ChatGPT, it's AI, artificial intelligence. And I'll just tell you right now, I'm impressed in some points, and I'm shaking my head, dropping my jaw on others. Because we're starting to, well, I don't know, you tell me, is anyone talking to you now about, well, I looked it up on ChatGPT and this is what the value is. This is the market analysis. Is anyone talking to you about what they're getting from Zillow, what they're getting from anywhere else? Give me a little feedback on that. When you walk in to talk with them about selling a house or working with a buyer, what tools are they talking to you about?
I get Zillow all the time.
Mhm.
I do
Zillow.
too. Zillow.
Okay.
Me
Anything
too.
else?
Zillow.
Zillow?
Yeah.
Wow. Zillow still hanging in there, huh?
Everyone is talking about Zillow. Yeah, haven't heard AI yet.
Okay. Well, that's actually good. Some will start going into it. Now, I'll tell you this right up front. I'm hearing agents using AI to help them with market valuation. Eh, no. And you'll see why in a second. Um, it is so off. And remember, well, what do you think AI is doing? Let me ask you all that. I don't want to do all the talking here. AI, ChatGPT, or whatever this Gemini or whatever it is with what is it doing? What is AI doing?
Collecting information.
It's aggregating information.
And Isn't it just, analyze it. Sorry.
Yeah. Is that Whaley with
Yeah.
is that
Isn't it
okay?
just from like the open web and it's not from actual like anything that you have to have a password to get into, like the MLS?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
part of it. It's gathering whatever it can find on the prompt that you gave it. And the prompt in essence is a question. Or hey, go get me this, go get me that. Which we in the class we were talking yesterday, someone said the founder of open source said, quit saying thank you and you're welcome to the machine. Because processing thank you and you're welcome, when you look at the billions that are using that, it eats up so much energy and water because it's responding to that thing that doesn't really need to be responded to. So in essence, lose your manners with the computer is what he was saying. It's costing us a lot of energy. All right, so yeah, AI goes out to the internet, finds out what's there and compiles it and gives it a sentence. It's kind of like what you guys, when you call me, hey Anthony, what can I do with and so what I know where it is. I go find it on the document and I give it out to you what it says, right? That's what AI is doing. It's the broker of the internet. Let's just say that. It's the broker of the internet. So I'm going to switch over here to am I sharing my screen now? Do you see Google here? All right, got it. So here's what we do right now. We search, this is Orange County Estates is what I've searched. And I went back till 365 days. So I'm going back to April 25, 2024. April the 25th, 2024. What has sold in this community? And per the date chart here, we're seeing in the last year what has happened, okay, in this community. And these are all single family homes in Orange County Estates. Orange County Estates is over by, if you know Old Key Mill Road in Springfield, if you know Fairfax County Parkway, it's one of the communities that bounds the Fairfax County Parkway down in that way. It's about 1,400 houses. It's got townhouses on each end and then single families in the middle. So I would call it a middle America community for Northern Virginia. They were built in the 70s, okay? So the prices from the latest one right now, which is coming soon at 860, two under contract at 829 and 850, and then we got a close here in April at 815, 849, all of them in the 800s. Then last December, there were a couple that had to go down to the 700s. Now, these are Huntsman Boulevard. Huntsman Boulevard is one of those cut through 4-lane roads through a community. So it's not like some of these others that are like deep inside the community on a cul-de-sac or something like that. They're on a main drag. So that might have something to go with it as well. Then we get last October and we're back in the 800s. We've got a 900 here and a 927 here last July and June. Otherwise, everything is still in the 800s and all, okay? This 670, 75, I think that they took that one and then they redid it, and it's going to be coming back on as a rehab, okay? So this is all Orange Hunter Estates West, and if you put it on a map, it'll show you what this looks like, okay? This is within our tool that we have. So this one right here, yeah, I'm going to take that one out. That's an outlier. I think the agent, what is it? Junk in, junk out. So that agent has this listed as a Orange Hunter Estates, and it probably wasn't. So we're going to get rid of that one, okay? Now, what am I going to do here? I'm going to do a search. I'm going to highlight them all. I'm going to go to actions and I'm going to click the result stats. The result stats is going to give me as a realtor real life data on what these prices are. It's real. It's taking into account the new bathrooms, the new kitchen, the hardwood floors, the new carpet. It's taking into account all of that, what it backs to and what district it's in. So we get to the bottom line down here, and the total listings, average for all, median for all is 827, average is 822. All right. The closed statistics is 830, the median. All right. So if you came to me or to you and said, hey, I got a house in Orange Hunter Estates and you did this quick view, what do you think the price should be for a property you pull on the market there? I know it's a dumb question, but go ahead and just spat out what you guys think that should be.
830.
830. 830. Maybe you finished your basement, 875, 880. You know, that's the human element using the data that I've pulled in from, okay? All right. Now, Remine does not do communities. I like this tool, but you can't search Orange Hunter Estates and anything come up. I'll just tell you that. I did it earlier, and what it gave me was an outline of Springfield. So Remine doesn't work. Then I did one, and this is relatively new in RPR. I'm encouraging everyone, go back to RPR. You know the chart program we're paying for, Smart Charts, some of us are paying for that, 140, 100. Look at this. This is amazing. I got Orange Hunter Estates, right? This is a chart. You're already paying for this stuff. You can download this chart. Here's another chart. New listings, active listings, nothing there. New pending listings, sold data. This is great. Median to sold price, number of properties that are sold. And this is over 2020. March 2020. All this information right here. And then when I go to print, it gives me a nice report for this community here. And this is all included in your membership with NAR and using RPR, okay? So I'm just pointing that out as a sidebar, but this is what they're using. Then I go to Orange Hunter Estates in our NARPR. It shows all of it to me. I'm seeing individual properties. I can click here. It shows me what's going on. I can go from one property to the next, or one picture to the next, okay? So it gives me nice information here. And this is RPR, not Bright, but all the data is coming in from Bright. And I think RPR is doing a good job here. Now, I'm going to search this old listing here. I love this old listing. I listed this old listing because this old listing was my house. so, And these photos are all over the internet still. And I learned after this one, you know what? For the next owner, I should have just gone through and had them take everything out. I know I got a lot of furniture, okay? So no comments about how much furniture I have, all right? But this is like 6 years ago. We sold this one. It's not loading very quickly here, so I'll get out of this. But this listing here is MLS, and that's what you see on the MLS. So then we go to, this is the Remine report on this property. And this is what the Remine report says the values are. Home value, 929 in Orange Hunt Estates that we just looked at. Remember? We were just in Orange Hunt Estates. That's where this house is, in the heart of Orange Hunt Estates. This automated value is saying 929. Only one house is sold in the last year at 927. Everything else is 850, 860. But for some reason, they think it's 929. First American, which is the title company up in the Chicago area, it's labeled it at 929. Redfin has it at 948. Remine's got it at 953, and Zestimate has it at 942. So we go to Zillow here and we look at the property. 942. All right. Even our own NARPR has it at 872. That's good. I like that. Now, this has got a finished basement, completely done twice because the hot water tank went out. And then they've redone the bathroom. And now, in RPR, you can go in and say, let me put a refined value here. The refined value is just the fact that it's a hot market. That's it. I put hot market and it gave it an increase of $50,000. But I'm sorry, I still wouldn't price this house at 925. It would be overpriced. But this is what algorithms are giving me, okay? And then I've got the tax record, which is showing what's going on here as far as that's concerned. Then you've got Zillow and what they're talking about.
Anthony,
Yeah.
just for everybody who doesn't look at this, can on that property where on the Zillow, can you roll down to where they have the Zestimate further down? Because I want people to see what, no, just up there, see what the range is. Because they'll have a
Oh, yeah,
range.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now look at the spread of that range. So any calculation that has a spread that large is absolutely worthless. We all know that the Zestimate is worthless, but that right there, if you ever get into a discussion with a client or the public about Zillow's information, point to the range because no calculation is worth anything with that big of a deviation.
Very good point. So when I walk in the door, I bring in Zillow, I bring in Remine, I bring in NAR RPR, and I bring them the powerful, unsexy report of Bright MLS. Doesn't have all the fancy schmancy everything, but I say, look, this is what this says of the properties that have actually listed, sold in the geographic area of your home. I don't know where these guys are getting their data, but your house is not worth 945. Now, a buyer, seller will take Zillow and some other ones and strong arm a weaker agent and get them to list it at 945. And you've lost the listing. Now, I will also have one of my business planks is you can't drop the price on a house you haven't listed. Okay. So sometimes you have to say, look, is it 830? No, I know this house. It's not 830. It's probably 875, 860. But look, I'll take 899. Let's do it on for 899 and see what the market says. Does that make you happy? Can we do that? Because now I've got it at 899, but my data is showing them, wow, there's nothing that has sold here. And this is real world, real agent data. Say, well, show me, Mr. and Ms. Johnson, which of these is your comparable that gives you that price of 942 that Zillow, which has never walked in the property and never driven through the streets, it's just taking data from somewhere, but it's not from your community. It's taking it from somewhere else. So that's where that comes in. And these are the tools we have now. The biggest challenge is when you get over here to Mr. ChatGPT. All right. So this is the property chat GPT. All I said was, give me the tax record for 7121 Game Lord Drive. It gave me the tax record. Doesn't have 2025. So like I said before, it's only gathering the data in the open source internet that it can find. And for some reason, 2025 taxes have not been uploaded anywhere. So it's saying the tax assessment's 820. I know it's actually 838, I believe. Property overview. Approximate value according to ChatGPT is 919. I've caught 2 agents trying to use this to help substantiate the pricing on their properties. And I nicely but firmly said, no, you're going to be wrong. And if you tell someone, yeah, I got it from ChatGPT, what did you do to yourself? That's a real question. What do you do to yourself when you say that you use ChatGPT or Zillow to get a price?
You devalued the service or your need in the process.
Your compensation just went to the toity.
And our entire profession.
Especially when they realize it won't sell for that.
Yeah.
And what is ChatGPT drawing from? The
All
same.
the wrong data.
Yeah. I mean, it's
All the wrong information. That's what it's drawn from. It might look nice and bulleted and got some icons on here, but it's just giving me wrong information in a prettier format. And these are the dialogues I would use. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, but chat has never been in the office or Bling or whatever those. They've not been in your house. I've been in your house. I see you haven't updated the kitchen and the bath. I see that you have a damaged roof. This doesn't do that. It looks at numbers and crunches them and says here. Tax assessment. Oh, I love that. On this property, it has given me a 7-year-old tax assessment. Okay. Assessing at 527. Assessing of accessing official records. Here's the property records where they got it from. Then I said, provide a market value overview of Orange Hunt Estates in Springfield, Virginia. This is the prompt. Okay. And I'm going to get to the positive of ChatGPT in a moment, but I want to point out I am seeing scrolling on my Facebook and YouTube young gun realtors. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to talk about generation. I'm going to get dinged for ageism. All right. Look, I got the price of this property in 60 seconds. And uninformed consumers like, well, dang, if that's the price, what do I need a realtor? That's a real issue. What do I need the realtor for? All right. So here's what they said. Overview of Orange Hunt Estates. Established, got it. Home size ranges, okay. Bedrooms, bathrooms. Home ownership rate, 87%. Average wholesale. Okay, great. Market value snapshot. Median sales price, approximately $700,000. When it just told me that the one on Game Lord Drive is worth $915. Single family homes. I know where it got this data because I went to the hard websites and found that they got it from old website pages from reputable agents who haven't updated their website. Average sold price, 7. Where the heck did it get this average sold price? Not here, which is an MLS spreadsheet. It got it from somewhere else. Average days on market might or might not. What's the trends? Home prices appreciate about 5% over last year. That's actually correct. Seller's market with limited income. That's true. Homes typically sell within 30 days, often receiving multiple offers. What did you just say up here? It's, so it's pulling something from somewhere. Oh, this is with an agent. List with Elizabeth. Okay, she's a good agent. I don't know her. I know her by reputation, and she does good listings. They look good, but what's happened is I guarantee you this is pulling from an old page that she has that they sell within 30 days. They do sell within 30 days, but mostly it's like within 7. Here's the amenities, and then there you go. And then it's got these sources where it got the information from. So the challenge we have here when we have this smart information is that it's junk in, junk out. And we need to really say that to consumers. An inexperienced agent who's not getting good training on how to do CMAs and what it really takes to get these real prices from is going to stumble around on this and not know what to say. And I just tell them the truth with a little bit of a humor. So did ChatGPT do a listing presentation here? Did they come in the door? Is that who I'm up against? How much will they list your house for? So, so this is a community and a house information from ChatGPT. All right. And then this is just, I looked up the Orange Hunt Springfield community, and this one's from some group. And this is all data that's just pulled in from different sources. Average days on market. I mean, this is April 25th, and this information that's being pulled from somewhere on the internet is telling them the average days on market is 19. My report says the average days on market is 5. Okay. I need to use this. So I'm using AI as a tool to show people how wrong it is by showing them the real data, which is in our closed system, and most likely will always be in our closed system. Hopefully. I'll fight till I drop on this. So do not open this up to the public. Okay. This is something that is real powerful for us. Any questions or comments on this before I get into some positive things about it? I know I've been kind of hammering them here, but no, nothing. Okay. All right. So let me close some things up. This is Rocket. They had it at 948. Rocket, which is Redfin. That's what they had that price at. Okay. And this one. Now, this was the tax information. Now, I have a listing coming up. It's a listing that I've had on the market before as a rental, and now we're going to sell it. We just got the paperwork signed last night. This copy, and this is how I use ChatGPT. This copy here was from my listing when it was up on the market for rental. Okay, this copy here. My prompt is rewrite this property description in Dulles, Virginia area for SEO optimization, because I'm going to place this copy elsewhere. And this is what I wrote with my own brain. So nearly new Stanley Martin Townhouse in the Dominion Trail community near all the amenities and commuter routes of the Dallas corridor. 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home with luxury vinyl plank on the main and middle level, carpeting the upper level. Now, I will tell you this as a hint. I have found that the more you put in this description, the better the views are. Just in my data, that the views on a property that just have like 2 sentences doesn't get a lot of views. People rely on the text to help them make a decision. Enjoy evening meals on the expansive Trex deck overlooking a fenced-in to be completed in August backyard, which can accommodate your pet Fido. Abundant size 2-car garage. The 9-foot ceilings are, which includes a common area for exercising your pets. Commuting is a breeze with easy access to Highway 28. 2 new metro centers. All this cool stuff, right? Sure, here's an SEO optimized and polished version of your property. Modern 4, this is the chat one. All right, great. They're calling it Dulles, Virginia. I said Dulles area. It's actually in Sterling, but I like Dulles area better. It's a broader footprint than Sterling. Welcome to this nearly new 4-bedroom, 3-bath in the desirable Dominion Trail community, perfectly situated near top Dulles corridor amenities. That's good. I like that. Shopping, dining, major commuter routes. Step inside to find luxury vinyl plank flooring. The gourmet kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring a mass center island, stainless steel appliances. Dine al fresco. I didn't think about that. Or entertain guests on the expansive Trex deck overlooking a fenced in. Enjoy a pet-friendly walkable community with shared green space. Commuters will love the easy access. Located close to Inova, George Washington. Golfers will appreciate this. Don't miss it's incredible. All right, so not bad. I liked it. So I'll probably use this and edit it a little bit in my, because I think it made it a little bit snappier for my description. Then I asked it to give me a shorter version for Facebook post. So I'm just telling, hey, give me a shorter, like I have an assistant. Just listed in Dulles, Virginia, stunning 4-bedroom, yada, yada, yada. Enjoy gourmet kitchen, huge island. So it made it smaller, pet friendly, message for a private tour or more info. Okay, that's cool. And it's got the hashtags here for Facebook. Anything else? I said, please rewrite for a LinkedIn post. LinkedIn's a little bit different animal than Facebook. Okay. New listing in heart of the Dulles corridor. Um, it did say fantastic opportunity for professionals, commuters, and growing families alike. So that's why you got to watch out for this dude. He'll get me in trouble. He or she, whatever we want to label it. It. So I'd have to redo this piece, but it's already got the icons and everything. So I would just copy that and just go to LinkedIn and put it in. So as far as description and tools like that, it works really well. Yes.
Hey, Anthony. So I'm actually part of a beta testing for the MLS that has integrated
Oh, cool.
AI into the remarks section. Um, it's really interesting. So the options in it are similar to what you're saying, that you can
Mhm.
type in anything you want. You also have the option, you go in and enter everything like you normally would for a listing, and it can generate the entire remarks based on just the input that you have to input, like bedrooms, bathrooms count, like rooms, whatever you add, if you add hardwood floors, if you add ceramic tiling, whatever. And it takes the neighborhood that you've entered and adds all of that like location information as well. It does, so far, what I've tested, it has eliminated all of the like walkability or like the
Right.
things that'll get you in trouble. And it asks you for different tones. Like you can use a luxury tone, a warm tone. I can't remember the other one because I didn't like it. And then,
Conversational.
no, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
But then it gives you two like different amounts of a number of words. So it's like under, I think it's 800 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,200, and then 1,200 to 1,500.
That
But it's
characters or
like
words? Probably characters.
words,
Words. Okay.
words. But it's really cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I was impressed.
For this minutia kind of work, I got no problem with AI. I really don't. And I love that they're doing that and pulling that in for us. So I've got here information about Springfield, Virginia. I want to show you where I got this information, okay? This is pretty cool. Research. Now I'm back at NAR. Research, residential market trends. All right. I'm going to do Springfield, Virginia. Search. This is the information on Springfield. You want another town? Anyone else want another town? I'll do another one for you. I'll do it in a minute because I want to show you what I did. All right. So I pulled up Springfield. So, oh, this is cool. Got all these charts. And since it's Springfield, there's no blanks in here because there's enough property to give me the information. When I did Orange County Estates within Springfield, there were months there weren't any sales. And so it couldn't give me a full run. I could do a zip code of Springfield, but I did this of Springfield overall. Okay. Median estimated home price. This is all Springfield, all property types. The price is going to come down. How much more than last month? How much more than a year ago? Interactive charts. Shows me Springfield, Fairfax County, new listings, all that good stuff. Now, this is the cool part. Create a script. Just a button. Create script. What do I want? I want it, let's do conversational. For what? For my social media campaign. So AI is a tool that's being used in all platforms and now. It's not just ChatGPT, but like um, uh, what we just heard is that you've got these different entities that are trying to say, well, teach me. So our local MLS has all that data within its closed platform to teach it. We have Quick, KWIQ, which is, but we got to teach that at Keller Williams. All right, here you go. Springfield Market Update. All this information, Springfield Market Update is only a 0.87 month supply of inventory. The median sold price is 660. Attention buyers and sellers. It has given me this information for a social campaign. And then ask me what do I want to do with it? Export to text file, export to Word, export to PDF. So I went to chat and I just pulled it, I just copied it, and I said, please make me an infographic. And if I was thinking, because when you go to graphics, it's going to take a little bit longer. I thought I lost this last night. It had been up for like 30 minutes or so. And so finally I just shut it down. When I opened this up this morning, the infographic is there. What I should have done though is, the month supply of inventory has increased a whopping 131%. That's a little verbose. I should have taken that off, but I didn't. But I did say, give me an infographic. Here's the infographic. This is cool. It's getting hash marks in here. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. There's my infographic. Seller's choice. Now, this is the second time I didn't clean up the copy. And if I cleaned up the copy, I would have caught these commas in here. Um, like this, well, 1.02 months. I should have taken out the 131, 102.1. Okay, I don't know where it did, but it picked up the 102.1. See, I got a point here, but it put in a comma. That's fine. This is not good. The sold to list price percentage is at. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, it's there, but maybe I should have come in and actually, cleaned it up. But then you take this puppy right here, you right click it, you copy it, and then you can post it into your MLS by putting this there. So the question on this is, what else could I create that would give me an infographic? This will get a lot of views because it's text with infographic. Um, so I like and so this, when you say, what can it do for me? Well, I'm using um, this information over to ChatGPT to create an infographic, and I got a free account. And now I got this nice infographic that I can then pop into my social media, at least Facebook and LinkedIn. This probably would not do very well on Instagram. Maybe that's what I need to do here. Please make me an infographic using this copy for an Instagram post. That probably would have done it for me. Yeah. Redo for an Instagram post. Let's see what that does. Anyway, while that's working, because it's going to take a while since it's creating something. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, it did an okay, got it. All right, only 1.02 inventory year to date up. I'm just going to say year over year. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Median days on market, median sold price. Make this into an infographic for Instagram. Now this is going to take a little longer because it's doing an infographic. So it's creating an art piece. So it'll come up with something in just a minute. But these are some things that you can use it with to let it create it for you. Yeah, lots of people are creating. So that might come up later. I'll send this out to everybody once it comes up. But I know it might need some editing or something, and it might take a couple of tries. But this is stuff you can use it for to help you as an assistant to get some stuff done quicker. Some admin, some graphics, some posting. There may be a lot more of that I'm just not aware of yet, and haven't tested and played with yet. Has anyone else used these tools to do something different? No? Okay. Are you interested? Or do y'all want to do stuff like, oh, okay. I
Anthony,
would,
so you started with RPR.
yeah,
So you started there creating the information about Springfield.
yes. What I
And
did
then,
is, let me just real quick. So in RPR, I went to research and went to residential market trends. And then it said, like you're in Nokesville, right?
yes.
Or what other market? I'll just tap out whatever you want.
Can you do Haymarket?
Haymarket, Virginia. There we go. So this is all of Haymarket. I mean, look how quick that was. So if nothing else, and this has got single family. Oh yeah, one other thing. In this data here, you can say, you know what? I just want single family. Apply to all charts. Boom. It changes everything to single family. But it starts out with everything. Okay. So with single family, you've got months on the market, sold to list price, median days on market, the sold price, what's the median estimated property value, and then you can share it. You know, you can share it to Facebook, X, LinkedIn, other areas. That one chart. This is like for me as a chart lover, and Scott, I know you're there. This is like a game changer for me because I can just like zip, bang, done. And then up here you say, hey, create me a script. And it is now, what do you like? You want professional, engaging, conversational, friendly. Friendly, casual, I felt diluted the message and made it too like I'm sitting having a cup of coffee and people that are looking for data might not like it. So you want conversational? Want to do that? And do you want to go to buyers or sellers? We're looking for listings. So what if we say sellers? And then it'll even do a video script for you. I think what we're going to stick with is social. And then it's going to use, there you go. So this is Haymarket. Thinking of selling your home. Now may be the perfect time with a low 1.49 month supply. So the angle is that thinking of selling your home, it's gearing this towards sellers rather than buyers. Did you know the median sold price is with the median days on market at 15? Reach out to me. Oh, it's got my information in there. Okay. I didn't know that. To discuss how you can make this. Attention all sellers. Market trends are showing a 192.16 increase in month supply. It keeps doing this month supply thing. I don't like that. So I would switch it here. Curious about the current state. Sellers, listen up. The market is, oh, I get what's happening here. It is doing each one of these is a social post. That's what it's doing. So you can do all of these. And then what I did is I just did that. I copied the text and I went to ChatGPT. Let me open up a new one. Rewrite or make this into Facebook post. And now it's taking what I actually typed, what I got from the other one, and this is what it's making to a Facebook post. See how that works?
So you took the script from the RPR Bright and you put it in Chat GPT.
Yes, I took all of
I'm
this.
I'm just trying to follow the steps.
Yeah. So all right. So the first thing I did is I went to chat, I went to market, I went to residential market trends, put in the community I got, this is what it is. And from here, with all this data, I clicked create, I put it in a single family home and I clicked create script. And I told it I want to aim at sellers and I want this to be conversational. I click which one of these three I want. Analyze metrics, very boring. Just here's the facts, sir, and that's it. So then I say social campaign, and it takes everything that it's looking at on the charts and the data, and it's creating this copy here. So with a 1.59 month supply of inventory, and now I know the market is hot. Contact me to discuss how you can take advantage of these trends. Hey, market real estate market trends. Did you know the sold to list price? That means sellers are getting top dollar. Attention sellers in. All right. So then I've got this, and then I can just copy the text. with this button here. Content to clipboard. And then I put it all in this box here and I said, make this into a Facebook post and just pasted it. And then this is the Facebook post. I'll do this again. Make this into a Facebook post. Because this time, and I do colon, I got rid of the 100% up, that kind of thing. There you go. It's still picking up the 192% increase. All right. Please make that. Well, it said don't say please. Make it into an infographic for Facebook. And now it's going to start doing the infographic. So I think where you'd want to edit the copy would be over here. Yeah, it still picked up the 192. I missed that again. So it's going to pick that up. So I got two, yeah, that's conversational. Good. So this is some ways to use it to help you with your marketing of internet of your community, give people information. We know people still like good information. I don't know if it can make charts and bars and pie graphs and stuff. That would be something I got to look into. But right now, this is great right here. Haymarket, just take that right there, and you could copy that and then just take it over to Facebook and paste it. See what that looks like. I'm not going to post it. See, I used this one yesterday. That was the Virginia. I was in the class yesterday. I said, hello, my Springfield friends. And so that's the one that came in. See how that's done. Gotten 105 views on this one, 65 reach, 1 interaction. So then on this one, if I put in that copy, this is what it would look like. So that's the post. Haymarket homeowners, the market is hot. So that's how I'm not gonna use that one. But ooh. All right. Well, I'm kind of stuck now. I don't know how to I'll get that out of there later. I don't generally market to Haymarket, but it took it. So I could see, man, this is really gonna be beneficial to me. Look how many you could post something every day with a new chart like that. Very quick. The good thing about this chart is that it's created in NAR RPR, so you don't have to get it created. It's already there. And you can go to any of these charts that you want. Everyone likes this: active listings, new pendings, pending listings, sold listings. Everyone loves that. Here's the preview: chart title, chart subtitle. It says Haymarket. Oh, that's where I'm in Haymarket. And then you just say, I want to go to Facebook. And then you got to share Facebook. I didn't know that. So you'll have to put your Facebook information in there. All right. Is that good? Any other questions? Is that it? All right. Thanks, folks.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend.